Hi everyone, this is Khushbu.
And this is Pritika.
And welcome to Browned Off by Society, the podcast. This is our first podcast, and who hasn't heard our trailer, we are two opinionated brown girls who like to talk about society and the ways it has pissed us off. This is our first week, like the first time we are doing a podcast, and we wanted to talk, like we were discussing what topics we should do, and we felt like periods to be the most appropriate one, just because like we are talking about what pissed us off, and periods piss us off every month.
Well, that's right.
And how society treats us like in those days and how everyone reacts to it. So yeah, this week we are talking about the basics, like why do we have periods, or like what do we go through in those days, how do we feel, or what has helped us, and things we use during those days. So let's start with why do we have periods. We have given this disclaimer, I am not a professional, but please ask a professional if you are looking for the answer. But the general explanation that I understand is you have a uterus. The shape of a uterus is a triangle, and you have two ovaries attached to it. The ovaries are where your eggs are. So when you are of age, I have a cousin that started her periods around 9 years of age. So that was pretty young.
That's super young.
I know. And then it can go, like you can get periods from like maybe 13 years old. So it's a range. And the hormones, it's a chemical that is released from your brain. It tells your body like, oh, it's time like now to get your your reproduction system active or whatever. And through those hormones, an egg gets released every month from those ovaries. So it's alternate. It alternates between left and right ovary. That egg is released every month. And for the egg to stick to your uterus builds a sticky lining every month for that single egg. And that lining is there to give nutrition to the baby if you get pregnant, or like a safety area. It's pretty much for the safety of the baby. And if you don't get pregnant that month, it kind of deconstruct, or it comes out as your period, and then a new lining is created for the next egg for the next month. So it's pretty much like a new house is built for that one egg, and then when there is no pregnancy, it's like, okay, new house for the new egg for the new baby if a baby happens. So that's a whole another topic altogether. But if you are not getting pregnant that month, you are supposed to get your periods every 28 days. That's the cycle. It's not 30 days or a month. It's 28 days.
But that might not happen for everyone.
Yeah, like we know by experience, like we have having periods for more than a decade. And it's pretty much like rarely my periods fall on 28 days. Mine goes beyond that. Mine is like around 35-day mark.
Same
as mine. But sometimes if I have a stressful month, I may miss a month in a year or two. What about you? How is your
same cycle? Like if I'm having a stressful period, or like if I'm busy doing something, sometimes like it's the stress that makes me bleed.
Wow.
And then sometimes because of the stress, like it would like delay. So supposedly like last month when I was moving and stuff, and then it didn't happen until the next month. So basically I had like 2 months like I didn't have my periods, and I was kind of worried about it. But I do also have something called PCOS. So that kind of like delays periods. So I was like, let's see where this goes. So I did recently have my period.
We'll talk more about PCOS later in this podcast. Like that's I got it checked. I don't have it, but there is a major population of female, like people with vaginas, have this issue. So let's discuss that, like how your personal experience is.
In another topic.
Yes. Maybe later. Let's see if we have time.
Later. Let's see where this goes. And I wanted to clarify something. Like most of the guys, they don't know that it's not just blood that comes out. Sometimes there's like a tissue as well, like
Yes.
tissues and stuff. Like it's like a sticky.
It's not like normal
like I don't
blood.
know
It's not
how
like,
to.
if you cut your hand,
Yeah,
the blood is coming out. It's more like in cloth. Sometimes it's in cloth. Consistency is pretty different. And the colors may differ as well. So yeah, it's
yeah.
not like a normal blood.
And another thing is, like, it's not just like it just doesn't like gush out. Cause remember I told you like once, like I was out with my boyfriend, I was like, oh, I think I've got my periods, but and then he just like looked down at my like vagina area, like, and then I'm like, it's not gonna just like gush out, like it's not gonna be like I cut myself there and it's just gonna
That's so funny.
rush
Yeah.
of like blood situation.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, it's not that way.
It's a funny experience when you're explaining to a guy when you're living with
Yeah.
them, like
Yeah.
with the
Because
boyfriend.
girls,
Like,
like, they experience it, they have gone through it, so they know how it is. But
yeah,
I realized, like, while talking about this, like, most of the guys don't exactly know how it works or what happens.
yeah. Like I
Yeah.
can go to work and work on painkillers, but when I'm home, I want my bed, I want chocolate, and I want to sleep. Like it's not like I can't
Yeah.
do anything during my periods, but I have to literally concentrate double hard sometimes because I get period cramps as well. So let's just talk about symptoms. Like, what do you go through during your periods?
So it's about to start. So what I
Yeah.
get is like back aches or thigh muscle aches, and constipation and acne mostly.
Yeah.
And most
Yeah.
of the time, like when it's like 1 or 2 days close, like I get breast tenderness and
Yeah.
also mood swings sometimes. I don't know. Like I don't really haven't like really determined like yes, I have got mood swings, but yeah.
So it's pretty much PMS. So yeah, so PMS is few days before you actually get your periods and the start of your periods. So I get
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
moody during those days. Like my PMS is, you can see it, you can feel it. Like it's there. I'm more irritated. I
Yeah,
have like a
yeah.
short fuse. Um, but it's not like my real feelings are not those. My real feelings, what I say in those PMS days, is just I don't have a
Yeah.
filter on. Like I don't consider about
Yeah.
other people's feelings that much. That's why I don't have many
Yeah.
friends. But what I mean to say is, yeah. And then the start of my periods, it kind of varies. Like second, third day, I'm mellowed down. But of course, I do
Yeah.
have constipation. I have bloating. Bloating is so much. Like I can't. Like my stomach feels like it's going to burst. Like my pants are like, and if a period, just imagine your period is late, right? And then you have bloating and like breast tenderness or stuff like that, and then the only thing comes up is like, am I pregnant? And it's like if you Google search, it's like if you Google search, every period symptom can be a pregnancy symptom. So it doesn't help.
I know, isn't that crazy? Like everything. Like if you're like, oh, a little late, oh, you might be
Pregnant.
pregnant. If you're like, if this happens, oh, you might be pregnant. Or like even like sometimes I have like white discharge before periods.
Oh yeah.
And then one time I googled it, like what does it mean?
Yeah.
Like when you get white discharge, and it's like, oh, you might be pregnant.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's everything.
Yeah. Like literally you can find an article which says any symptom that you have and that you're pregnant. And if you're late on your period, like I'm saying myself, my time is 35. On my 33rd day, I'm like, why don't I have my periods? Where are my periods?
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
happening? Like I get so
Because like
conscious
in
about.
our heads, I think like we've been taught that it's once in a month. Like every month you get like, so it's suppose like I start my periods today and it's the 1st of August. So next month I want it to like in my head it's gonna be like, oh, it's gonna start on the 1st.
See, that's the thing. It should actually be at the end of August. So pretty much the symptoms are bloating, headaches. It could acne. Acne is a real thing. I need to take care of my face because it's like every month you get another pimple or so, and this because we are brown, so our scars are there. Like it's very hard to
More
get those
visible, shall we say?
more visible, yeah, and more very like stubborn. They don't go away pretty like easily. And then and with that, what else? What any other mine is another one is leg pain. I have like sometimes I get leg pains as well. So pretty much back pain, stomach pain, crotch pain, leg pain, any pain, head pain, like headaches, like any just.
And it's not always like, we have to understand this, like it's not always same for every girl. And even like in ours, like for us, like sometimes we might have back pain, sometimes we might have this, sometimes we might not have this. So it's not always the same thing. And I just realized I forgot to say like I have massive cramps. I said everything except cramps. So that's the most
because that's like given.
Yeah,
it's like given.
Yeah, you get cramps. Everybody gets cramps, sort of. Yeah,
cramps. Yeah. So that's the symptoms. What do you do to help you with your symptoms? Like what? Like with the pain, especially.
I think, like, since I got it, my mom has always given me, like, those hot water bags.
Oh, yeah. The water bottle, the hot water bottle bag.
Yeah, and then you pour hot water and then you put it on your tummy and then you sleep. Or there's also, like, so I'm from Nepal, so it's, like, quite cold. So we have mattress that heat up. And then you just turn it on.
Oh my God, that sounds so good. Like, I've never done it. Like, so I am from India, but, like, I live in the valley, so like in the mountains, we have some relatives and they all had that heating mat. I'm going off the topic, but like I have never slept on a heated mattress, and now I'm like I want to try that, but okay, that's something else. So,
and of course meds are the key thing.
I have been kind
of most of the time it's like over the
counter medicines.
Ibuprofen.
I've been doing. I don't know if it's good or not, but a combination of Panadol and ibuprofen. Like you used to get these medicines. It's a combination medicine, so it's kind of like I used to take it at night because sometimes like on the first and the second day, my cramps are so bad. I just want to sleep. Like just put some, and I just want to spend that time sleeping, so I don't like the cramping goes while I'm sleeping. So I kind of take the pill and then I go to sleep. It's not a sleeping pill. It's just like a painkiller or whatever. But I'm so exhausted.
I think like that's like when you have it, like you just want to relax. And I feel sleepy as well. Like I just want to go to bed and sleep and get this over with.
It's a mental, like mentally you're like, I don't want to be here when this is happening. I want to like check out, so you kind of just leave your body to it, to do your thing, and you just sleep off. But
what about you? Do you use anything? Do you use anything or do anything extra rather than this?
When I was in my teenage years, my mom used to give me these home remedies. So the one thing she used to give me is turmeric. Like she used to make a ball of turmeric, like haldi, and used to or put it in milk, like something like turmeric. And it's like, it's healing, so you should. And I guess it does make sense. It is healing, but she used to give me turmeric, and then water bottle is a must. Like a hot water bottle is a must. But she wasn't a painkiller person altogether, and I think she just believed like these days you have to just go through it and you just move on from your life. But nothing like pain is good or something. Nah. She would have done anything to help me out with the pain. It just she didn't know any better, and especially taking like over-the-counter medicine. I don't know. She felt very uncomfortable how it would affect me in the long run because it happens every month.
Yeah, regarding this home remedies, I just remembered my mom used to give me I don't know what they're called in English, but there's this like sugary thingy made out of sugar cane, like a block of sugar.
And so your mom used to give you sugar?
I actually forgot what it's called in Nepali as well.
Yeah.
So anyways, so you've got this block of sugar. She just used to boil it with something, I think, and you just like, it's very, very sweet, and you just drink it. It was just like sugar and water.
Yeah, because I'm thinking she just sugared you up. She's like, how much sugar?
And I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work, but if this might help, then sure, I'll just drink it.
See, it's not a kara. You know what a kara is? Like these are like herbs and stuff, and they boil it in it looks so black and it tastes so
No,
bad.
it's not that.
So at least it's not a kara.
I would be like, no, thank you.
Oh my god. I can't with the kara. My dad loves kara, especially with the Ramdev situation. We'll talk about that. But
Yeah.
Other than that, what products do you use for your periods? So, like as we said, bleeding happens, so it's not like gushing blood. I read it somewhere. Even if you have the heaviest flow, it's around 80 ml.
Yeah.
So 80 ml is not that bad, not that much.
It feels so much though, like when you see it like this, it doesn't like, it's just like, oh, like it could be like 1-2 hours of bleeding straight away and this much could come out. But like it's not that, like it's not because you're bleeding like it's not gushing like blood. So it takes longer. But then like 80 ml doesn't seem that much. But when you're like, so let's go on to like period products. So first, when we used to wear pads, I felt like I was bleeding so much. Like, you have to keep changing it.
Yeah, so pretty much like the products we used during our periods would be, starting was pads. Yeah, nothing else was in the market, especially in India. I don't even think my mom knew.
That's what we started with.
Yeah, we started with pads. With pads, I recently used it again because I've been using menstrual cups. We'll talk about that. But with pads, I remembered the experience. Like it got full pretty quick. So because of my second day heavy flow, I came home at 7. I changed my pad then, and then by 10 o'clock it was full. And I was like, what the fuck happened? Like I didn't remember. Sometimes if you have a heavy flow, you have to change it pretty often, and then and then for the 2 days I was actually wearing the pads, I leaked because I did have a heavy flow, especially at night, because you slept at 10. If you're waking up even at 6 or 7, it's like, it's not like that big of a leak, but it's still leaked. So it's like, damn it, like I can't. It hurts when you destroy your favorite. Well, it's my mistake. I was wearing the good night band.
Like, can you imagine you have to think about what to wear, or like even if your sheets, like if it's your favorite sheets, I wouldn't want to put it down. So annoying.
Well, I have my whole like set of underwears for just periods. I have set of,
I know. I think that's like every girl.
You have these set of underwears you wear, you set off, I don't know, even if you're wearing night suits you wear, or the shorts you wear, or whatever you choose to wear at night, like those are like very particular, which has already been marked, you can't, it doesn't matter, you mark them more. So like
because even like sometimes when you wear like new undies and it gets like blood on it, but then like it doesn't go away.
I have a trick about this. So the trick towards this is, as you bleed, wash it, in a sense, put it in water. If you let the blood dry, that's when it can leave a long-lasting stain. But with the blood, as you see it has leaked. If you're at home, if you can do it, leave it in soaked water for at least 5-10 minutes. Because even if you put it straight away, the blood doesn't like absorbs the liquid, it's still solid, so you still see a big mark on it. Leave it in water, maybe put a little bit of detergent in it, so it can help the cloth to absorb all the water, the blood to actually be more liquid, so you can rub it off, so it actually can make appearance of the thingy less. So just a tip, but that's what I do, and it has worked for me.
I do that most of the time. It surely works. But for sometimes when you're out and about and it gets dried, then
and also when you're lazy, sometimes I can be lazy. I'll just change the panties and I just leave it.
Or sometimes like when you're so you're like it gets like stained, and then you're having your cramps and you don't want to deal with it. I'm like, I'll just like keep it and just wash it later. That's definitely.
You may think what I'm going to confess is nasty, but if I am alone and I have no one and nowhere to be, if it has leaked a little bit, I may not change it's not leaked in a way that I'm sitting and I'm leaving imprints on any seat. It just leaked maybe from the front or something. then I won't change my panties.
Yeah, I think that's me as well. Like, if it's a small, like, stain, I'm like, how many fucking times do I need to change my undies due to this? It's like, if I change it, what if that gets stained?
Yeah, that's the thing. I have maroon panties for a reason. I have black, I have maroon, I have
Yeah.
these dark colors that I have bought. And then if it leaks, it just feels kind of wet, but
Yeah.
that's okay. Like, I'm alone. I don't care about anyone. I just need to get through these 2-3 days,
Yeah.
and then I'll be fine. A pad looks like, if nobody, whoever is listening, if they don't know, you must have seen at least an ad. Just Google though. But it's pretty much just a flap. Oh my God! Some boys don't know how girls put their period pad. So
Oh my
yeah. So I've
God.
seen these TikToks of girls being like, "So I'm wearing my
Yes.
pad. How do I go to washroom?" And they're like, I don't know. Like, and they didn't know that actually the pad is stuck to the underwear.
Oh my God, yes, I saw it. I saw it actually. They thought it would stick up there.
Yeah, they thought we will stick it on us. I can't. But yes, for people who don't know, we stick it on the underpants. So if we take out our underpant or our panties, yeah, they will come off with it. So it's like a diaper, but diaper attached to your panties. So it's not like we wear it like a diaper.
Yeah. Can I confess to something? I sometimes wear it like a diaper, especially when you're sleeping. I mean, before I used to. Like, I used to put like 2 pads aligned, so it's like all the way towards the back.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. I understand what you're saying. Did you used to get the XL ones in Nepal?
Yes, definitely. But I used to keep 2 XLs. Can you imagine?
Fair enough. I have a sleeping position. I'll try to maintain that during my periods, which is like on my side.
I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. I would rather like put 2 pads
Fair
on.
enough.
I just like to sleep on my
See,
back.
that's the thing. If you sleep on your front or your back, I feel like there is most danger that way. Okay, that's okay. So yeah, so pads are just cotton pads on the bottom, and then the blood comes out and it's absorbed as soon as it's out of your of you. But then there are other options that are there. The other famous one is a tampon. Tampon is a ball of cotton that has been compressed, and you just stick it up, and then it absorbs blood and kind of, it's like a sponge, and it absorbs, it kind of a little bit expands, but not that much. And then when it's I think every 4 hours you should change a tampon as well. Pads also
4 to 6 hours.
4 to 6 hours. Pads are also recommended 4 hours. So these things have to be changed pretty often. I am confessing, I didn't when I was using pads. I didn't used to change it. Maybe for the first 2 days, just because I had a heavy flow. But after that, I didn't change it every 4 hours. And that's pretty expensive to do it as well. To change it that often, you'll use a lot of pads during that time then. And then tampons is pretty much as I said. There's a string attached to that cotton compressed ball. You stick it up, and then when it's full, you take that string and pull it out, and then you put another one in.
Yeah. So you would know when it's full, basically, if it's like, so after like 4 to 6 hours, of course, you have to change it. But before that, if you want to know when it's full, it's like the string starts to absorb blood.
Yeah.
So that's how you know it's full, and then you just pull it out and change it.
Yeah. How was your experience? I don't like tampons.
So my first time using a tampon was actually, let's say, I think 2 years back, when I was on one of our holidays, and then I got my periods, of course, and I wanted to swim really bad. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna use it, because my family is kind of skeptical about tampons, because they've heard all of this toxic shock syndrome, which is like a rare like bacterial infection. And it's pretty dangerous if you get it. That's mostly due to like highly absorbent tampons, but now they're off the market, I guess. And it's also because like if you don't change it often, you get it. So make sure you guys change it. So that's why my family was kind of skeptical about it, and they weren't sure. But then I tried it, and it was okay. Like, Like that was the first time. Till then, I was using pads, and then I used tampons, and it was like quite easy, cause you didn't feel anything. Like you didn't
Yeah.
have to see all the blood and stuff. It's okay, I guess.
For me, I didn't like it just because first you don't know when it's getting full. As you
Yeah,
said, you do need to
yeah,
change it every 4 hours.
yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't for me, I guess. Like maybe I didn't know how to use it properly as well. I got it free from university. And then they were just lying in my drawer, and I got my periods, and I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. This is the best time to try this.
Oh
Tried
yeah,
it, and
yeah.
didn't. I was too stressed wearing those. I think I was just not buying the products. I was like, you know what? It's not for me. Yeah. And then I discovered menstrual cups, and that was a game changer for me.
Oh my God, that is life changing.
I know.
Would you want to share your experience?
So I wanted menstrual cups so bad because I heard all about, like, I saw videos about it, and I'm like, I don't know until I buy it. I was at this shop, and I was buying it. I'm like, I'll buy two. I'm going to buy one for Pratika as well. I don't know if I asked you if you wanted one or not. I have no idea, but I just bought like two, and then
Yeah.
yeah, and then menstrual cups are pretty much just a small cup and with a string, not a string but like a stick, and it's all made of silicone, so everything is bendable, and you compress it, you stick it up, it creates vacuum in your vagina, and it kind of collects all the blood.
Yeah.
And then you take it out every 6 hours whenever you're going to a toilet or something. You can empty it, and then you can put it back in. If the vacuum is there, there is no leakage. You can swim, you can do all your activities. It's not a problem, and it has changed my life. I don't have to buy stuff again and again. You buy that menstrual cup once, it goes for years. I have been using it since 2019. Yes, it has been. It's going to be nearly 2 years soon. So yeah, it has been a game changer just because nothing to invest again. I don't have to buy pads, and it's financially better. Less leakage. So
I wanted to clarify something.
Yes.
It's like some menstrual cups, like you can change it within like 8 to 12 hours. So you can like wear it till 12 hours. So which is like life changing, I would say. Like
yeah. Okay, so a person asked me a question, how would you pee if you're wearing a cup? So it's blocking your way. And so the hole you pee from is different from your vagina. So, and it's very shocking. A lot of girls don't know. If you know, good for you.
Okay, let's clarify this. There are like 3 holes.
Yes, 3 passages.
Down there. Yes. And then one is, I think it's called urethra or something. Never mind about the all the medical technicalities. So one is a pee hole, and then one is like
your vagina, and then
vagina.
one is your pooping place.
I was like, wait, what is it called? And then one is like poop hole.
Yes, your poop hole. I like the word poop for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, let's move.
Yeah, so you just like you change it like after 8 to 12 hours, and then you just like take it out. Like you have to pop up the vacuum, like just push it a bit, and then it releases, the vacuum releases, you pull it out, you dump it, and then you wash it. I'm like going into all this specifics because if a guy listens to this, they know how it works.
Just check out our social media posts. We'll put something regarding just menstrual cups, how it looks like, and some guides how to use it as well. But yeah, it's pretty much, it has small holes on the top. So if you notice, they will have small holes, and those are to push the air out and create the vacuum. It doesn't hurt at all, so don't be scared to explore yourself. So I think it was you who recommended someone, and they were a little bit shy to like to put it in themselves. So like I understand there are a lot of reservations regarding taking something and pushing it in. You don't have to worry about it.
But we're like, it's okay to like do whatever, like I mean whatever suits you better, do that. But we're just saying this because this changed our lives literally. So like try it at least once and see if you want to go for it. Because I've also heard stories about how menstrual cup, like some people weren't comfortable with the idea of blood, like they have to pull it out and dump it. So yeah, whatever feels comfortable with you, like go for it.
Yeah. I felt so satisfying though. I feel like I'm an evil person or something. I felt so satisfying when you take out the cup and you see how much blood is in it. I'm like, the first time when I saw it, I felt so happy. I'm like, this is the first time I'm actually seeing how that blood looks like or how much it is. Like, I felt so good. It feels so good when you dump the blood out.
Yeah.
What other options are there? I have only tried these.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This is the list what we've tried, but there are some other things that are coming up, like period undies. What do you think about it?
Nah, can't do it.
No? So they're just, okay, let me clarify what they are. So they're just undies that look like normal undies, and then they are like more like made with some absorbent material, so you can like bleed on it. And we don't know how it works. Like, I mean, we know how it works. We haven't tried it. So we don't know how it feels.
I don't know how I feel about just bleeding inside a cloth. Like, I understand, like, you can wash it and everything is fine. It doesn't leak. What they say, I think it's for like, I don't know how many hours you put it. But even if you put it for 4-6 hours, I don't feel comfortable just bleeding inside a cloth. You just wear it and you just bleed in it. Like, but I haven't tried it.
I like the idea that, like, they have like different flow. It will be on the post, like one of the Instagram posts, like all the different types of this.
Okay.
This is how you guys know.
Yeah, see, we don't know much about that. The last thing, let's just talk about periods last until you are age of, I think, 45 to 55. I think that's around the age. Yeah. Anything else we haven't touched on?
And enjoy your periods while you're on it.
Enjoy. If you liked our topic for this week and would like someone else to listen to this podcast and know more about this topic, please feel free to share. Also, if you have any thoughts regarding this topic and would like to suggest a new one for the future, please feel free to comment, discuss, or DM us or any of our social media platforms.
We are Browned Off by Society for Facebook, YouTube, and Insta, and Brown Society for Twitter. Or email us at brownedoffbysociety@gmail.com. Also, if you would like to know more about today's topic, head on to our Insta and Facebook. And finally, thank you for listening to us today, and see you next time. Bye!